Hi, it's me, Patrick, with the penultimate video of my series on Kory Floyd's textbook, Interpersonal Communication. That's right, this is the next to last video, and boy is it a doozy. It's got international intrigue, it's got crazy plot twists with identical twins separated at birth, it's got a huge reveal in the third act when, well, I'll let you discover that for yourself. So do keep watching until the end to get to the big secret twist. But before the twist, we have to set up the plot. Today's plot is all about the elements of deception. According to Floyd, there are 3 elements that must be present in order for deception to exist. Maple syrup, sauteed tomatoes, and garlic. Wait. Sorry. Those are the main ingredients in my famous Vermont pasta sauce. It's so good! Mwah! No, the 3 elements that make a lie are much more mundane. These 3 elements are that the sender must know the information is false, that they must be transmitting the information on purpose, and they must be attempting to make the other person believe the information. First, you aren't lying if you believe what you're saying is true. In other words, a lie is only present if I know that what I'm saying isn't true. If I believed that Alexander Hamilton was a former president, and I told you that Alexander Hamilton was a former president, then I wouldn't be lying. I would just be, kind of ignorant about American history. A fun fact. Until 2 years ago, I really did think Hamilton had been a president. I mean, he is on the $10 bill. After all, how did he do that if he wasn't president? Oh, it turns out he was the first Treasury Secretary, so, he kind of invented money. Fun fact number 2, Benjamin Franklin, on the $100 bill, was also not president. Well, that I already knew, so I'm not that ignorant. Second, you aren't lying if you're not transmitting the information on purpose. That is, if I'm talking in my sleep, I can't be lying? And well, I guess if somebody is eavesdropping on you and you're saying something untrue in that moment, I guess that wouldn't be lying? I'll be honest, good old Kory has me stumped on this one. I can't think of when I would be accidentally transmitting information that was false. But just know that your intention does play a part. Third, you aren't lying if you don't intend somebody else to believe what you're saying. But wait, why would somebody say something and not intend for the listener to believe what they're saying? That's crazy talk, right? Before going on, did I mention that this episode of Patrick Explains Kory Floyd's textbook is sponsored by Skittles. Skittles. They're like fruity M&Ms. Okay, back to the video. So, why would somebody say something that they didn't intend the listener to believe? Oh, to be funny, I guess. But that's not really funny, is it? To just say random things that don't have anything to do with what the topic is? I mean, that's just downright, well, weird. I'm glad I don't know anybody who does that. So, again, those are the 3 elements that make a lie a lie. You must know it's false, you must have intended to give the information, and you must be trying to get the person to believe you. And the kicker, all 3 of these must be present for a lie to be a lie. If you only have 2 out of the 3, you don't have a lie. And the book goes on to say that you can't lie to yourself. What do you think of that, folks? I mean, don't we often say to ourselves or others, you're lying to yourself, or I'm lying to myself, but can you lie to yourself using Floyd's definition? According to our elements above, in order to lie, you must know the information is false. But if you're lying to yourself, hello, self. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing fine, Patrick. Thanks for asking. Well, you know what you know. This is so meta. Just suffices to say, if you know a fact, you can't convince yourself that another fact is true without evidence. Okay, mind blown. I need to move on. The final 2 points I want to make here is that deception involves the transmission of information, not just words. So nonverbals can also be deceptive. The book gives an example of changing the artifacts in one's living space. But that's just one of many examples where we might deceive through our nonverbal behavior. And finally, motivation doesn't come into play when it comes to deception. We often think about lying as a bad thing. For some people, it's very black and white, but lots of people lie every day, all of the time. Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy. Have you ever experienced any of those lies? Or how about, it's not you, it's me. Or, no, really, I think this is the best maple-flavored pasta sauce ever. Or, oh yeah, I definitely wanted those bland socks for Christmas. Thank you. Well, these are lies that we might tell in order to spare feelings. Are these bad? Well, if you think that all lying is bad, then yes. But I think that choosing when to be truthful is morally relative. And even if you told the truth all of the time, it could be emotionally exhausting for everybody. For example, when somebody says, "How are you today?" Do you really tell them the whole truth every time? If you did, wouldn't it take a long time? Wouldn't you be sharing too much information? Ultimately, we need to hold some things back. Omit information, as it were. More on omission and other forms of lying in the next video. But for now, that's the end of this video. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm exhausted from all of this talk about lying. I think I'll just go lie down now. Oh, you're still here? What's that you say? You want to know what the super secret plot twist at the end of this video will be? Oh, well, it's easy. I was a ghost the whole semester. Nah, just kidding. The twist is this.